Question related to our daily life, related to chemistry, and this is a subjective question related to chemistry. So the first question, why does the bottled water goes bad after the expiry date? There is when we crack open the bottle of water, when it bring in the lips, we see the stump of the expiry date on the bottle. So there is a lots of reason behind that water, but the reason is that the water itself is not going bad or expired, but outside the bottle is made up of water, so that's why the plastic bottle is made up of different chemicals. So this is the having reason behind that, due to it is made up of different plastic and different chemicals, so that's why after the expiry date the chemical starts leaching in the water. They start leaching in the water, but you know that this would not necessarily the render the toxic. If you are thinking that after expiry date you drink the water, it not toxic, but it might somewhat affect on the taste, because when the plastic bottle chemical is leaching in the water, once they leach in the water, then it's completely not change the taste, but it somewhat affect on the taste. Number second reason behind that our government bureaucracy having law that if any consumable food, then water is also a consumable food. So if any consumable food, then they come with an expiry stamp on them. So this is the two reason behind that why the expiry why the bottle come with the expiry date. Number second, that I am going to define why does the ice float on the water. You know that it is a matter of density. Density means volume, mass per unit volume. So it defines that if they have a less density, then lighter its object will be. So when this is the MLS behavior of water, but it not follow the other matter. If we take the other metal in the water, if any liquid, it goes in the bottom. But water, the ice cube of water does not follow the law. His behavior that show that the water floats due to less density. How it's possible? You know that the water, if the water is rearranged in their position, they have not a hydrogenic bond. Between them, they have a hydrogenic bond. If they have a less impurity, the liquid water have a less impurity between them. They have a hydrogen bond. Due to this, they have a less impurity. Due to less impurity, they have a higher density as compared to the ice cube. When the water is freeze at the 0 degree, 4 degree centigrade to the 0 degree centigrade, then the molecule of the water, then the hydrogen bond is going to rearrange and reform. When they completely reform, then they form a tetrahedral shape. It means the tetrahedral shape then have a lots of empty space between them. If they have a lots of empty space between them, then our definition of density says that the mass unit per. But they have a less empty, they have a less denser than the water, liquid water, so that's why it floats on the water. Now, number second, why does the onion make you cry? This is a very interesting question, but we didn't notice that in our life. In what is process behind that? What is process behind that? If the onion is contain the amino acid, it's not amino acid, it's amino acid sulfoxide. When we cut the onion, the amino acid sulfoxide react with the enzyme. Once they react with the enzyme, it forms syn-propanethiol S oxide. You know that since propanethiol S oxide is a volatile. What it means for volatile? It means they easily evaporate at the normal temperature and it's form in the form of gas. When they reaches in our eyes, once they reach in our eyes a substance that keep our eyes lubricated. So it means once they react with this substance, they form a mild sulfuric acid. You know that once acid in our eyes, what a sensation, what a tizzy of burning sensation you feel after a sulfuric acid in the eyes. To control that, to control this the sulfuric acid, to control the concentration of the sulfuric acid in the eye, they have a lacrimal glands in our eyes. The lacrimal gland is disinfecting water. When they continuously disinfecting the water, then our eyes not hold that much amount of water. That's why they make you cry. So that is reason Third question, why do we yawn seeing other? I get this question information. There are two theory behind that. The first theory says that it is a universal phenomena. What is universal phenomena? Is yawning contagious. What is mean of contagious? Contagious means that anything, disease or any action that is easily transmitted. Here we are not talking about disease, but action that is easily transmitted. So it suggests that, its theory suggests that it is a reason behind empathy. What means of empathy? It is ability to understand to other emotion. So what happens when we see that other person, when in front of you are smiling, then we start to smile because it's a good impact. In the same way, the yawn is the same way. It is a contagious process. And number two theory that is related to our brain. Our brain have a mirror neuron. Do you understand that our brain have a mirror neuron, and due to this our mirror neuron, what the mirror neuron do? It mimic the action. Once it mimic and copy the action, then we likely to do this same thing. So once it mimics, then we start to yawn by seeing others. Which are the chemical elements? We know that our body is made up of different chemical elements, because we study due to this chemistry is related to our also a body, because our composition, our every composition is made up of different elements. We see our surrounding, everything, it is made up of different elements. So in the case, our body is made up of different chemicals. Like our 99% our body is made up of carbon, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, these all, and 0.85% other chemical in a less quantity. So our body in this way, our body is made up of different chemicals, and the concentration and the 99% of element in our body. Last question, why do iron get rusted keep outside? You know that what is the formula of iron? The formula of iron, the only iron, what is the symbol of iron? Fe. Fe2. When they react with the oxygen 3, oxygen have a 3 atom. 3 molecules. How they 3 molecules? Due to the oxidation, they have a process between them and form iron oxide. Once they form iron oxide, you know that iron oxide have not like the original color of iron is changed. When once they react, they change the color and the form a brown iron. So thank you.